The President's Hall of Fame welcomes you. As Ronald Reagan said, a national treasure for over 40 years, visitors and collectors have entered our doors into a world of exquisite, unique, and one-of-a-kind displays. These exhibits have been featured at the White House, the Smithsonian Presidential Libraries, and world-renowned museums and attractions throughout the world. Our exhibits have also appeared on hundreds of television shows such as Good Morning America and The Today Show, as well as in periodicals like Newsweek, Time, and People magazine. One low admission today allows you to have a VIP return pass, which is good for 1 full year. This permits you or our visitor to be able to enjoy all these exhibits, as our exhibits are ever changing, and our visitors can be assured that each time they are always going to see something that they have never seen before. If you look at that, guys, it's Mount Rushmore. I never thought I'd be here. I never even really knew where Mount Rushmore is, but I didn't think it was in Florida at a roadside attraction. What did you think? Oh, would you guys look at that?
Have to go back to YouTube videos to find dates. Central Florida, you don't always have to do theme parks. There's a lot of little roadside attractions, much like the rest of the country and Route 66 stuff. Florida used to have a lot of great attractions. They're kind of dying out, and they need your support to be able to come. And I don't know what I'm trying to say here. That it would be great to have a little bit of support from out-of-staters, just to bring in revenue to keep businesses alive. And this establishment here is one of them. And it's not far from Disney. It's not far from Universal. And if you have the time and you don't want to do all that walking around fighting with the crazy crowds, sometimes it's nice just to get away to little towns like Claremont and explore.
And get an annual pass.
A little long-winded, I'd say. And it takes a second to get started.
Today, we are fortunate to have the spirit of Abraham Lincoln still vibrantly present. Let us now join him as we hear some of his own words, which still apply to the spirit of America today.
I would like to share with you some of my thoughts that might help you fulfill your life's ambitions and dreams. Although I never went to school more than 6 months in my life, I always stressed that education was the most important process that we as a people can pursue. That every man may receive at least a moderate education, and thereby be enabled to read the histories of his own and other countries, by which he may duly appreciate the value of our free institutions. As I reflect on the many worldwide events which have changed the direction of the world since my time, I am taken by the number of ideas which were controversial in the 1800s, which are still major topics of discussion today. Freedom is still a controversial topic. During my debates against Judge Stephen A. Douglas, as we competed for the Illinois Senate seat in 1858, I do not expect the Union to be dissolved. I do not expect the house to fall, but I do expect it will cease to be divided. The point that I tried to make was that we must work together to solve our problems. A war with weapons does not work. I'm not a sport game expert. I lay my way. I'm workers at work on a platform. Just what might happen to make war days. I'm working and chance. I learned to read and study more next to the fire and what we call a book. In 1836, I was admitted to the bar and began my legal practice the next year. The leading rule for the lawyer, as for the man at every other home, is civil.
If you guys look at this model, it's huge and yet tiny. It's George Washington's first visit to the president's house. Wow. Can you imagine the scene? What a crazy time that must have been. You guys know me and my history. I'm not good at it. I didn't pay attention to history very well in school. I was a great student. I had a 3.68 grade point average, but if you went to an American school, like I did, or one in Idaho anyway, you know that you don't really have to know a lot about American history, or United States history, as Hippie would say, in order to get by in the day-to-day, or even pass your grade 8. You know, most of these people, well, a lot of these presidents were professional liars. I mean lawyers. Professional lawyers. So this letter says the White House, Washington, January 12th of 1977, from Gerald R. Ford. Dear Mr. Zweifel, during the past year, Americans throughout the country have become more aware of our heritage because of the bicentennial and through the many meaningful programs and projects which have taken place. The White House in miniature, which you have created, has been one of the very exciting projects to have emerged. By taking your White House to the people of the nation and displaying so exact a duplication of this natural treasure, you have given Americans throughout the country the chance to see what so many visitors to Washington have had the opportunity to enjoy. My compliments to you and your staff on a very fine effort, and one which will continue to bring pleasure to many people as it moves from community to community. Sorry guys, I had to add a jump scare.
The president's staff would present a gift to the outgoing president, First Lady, but that didn't happen because of this Iran hostage.
Look at them and all their finery. Some frightening characters here. Would you look at the size of this thing? I mean, I don't think it's as big as the real thing, but it's definitely bigger than any dollhouse I had. Definitely bigger than my Barbie mansion. What a cool little diorama. I love it. Was any First Lady as celebrated as Jackie O? I don't think so. Honestly, I don't believe any have been as loved as Jackie O was.
Have you been?
What a very cool diorama.
Looks like it. No way. You're allowed to tell me all the behind the scenes stuff.
Just a couple months ago while I'm walking past here, and I look up.
You guys, I told you this is way cooler than any dollhouse I ever had, and boy, I wasn't kidding.
Yeah, that's a ball. Yeah. That's why I keep trying. And now that we all got our vaccines, we can get going in and out of places now. It's like, all right.
Wow. Look at this. Is this the Grand Ballroom? I don't know, but it's amazing.
Especially once our attractions.
You guys, I am pretty sure that if I get my RV soon, this dollhouse diorama is bigger than the RV I'm gonna have.
And you guys are just like everybody else too. You guys have, because when he used to travel around with the trailers, he still has a lot of stuff in storage probably to rotate.
Yes, but unfortunately, a lot of it is deteriorated to the point that
You guys, check it out. There's a bunch of keys to cities in here. City of Fond du Lac, Chicago, Florence, Kentucky, Humble, Texas, Robston, Texas, Natchez, Mississippi, Williamsport, Pennsylvania, Rockford, Illinois, Nashville, Tennessee, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Cupertino, there are a lot of keys to cities in here. And of course, like any great roadside attraction, there are some fun things to purchase for your family or for your own home collection. Of course, there's lots to see here. There are books, postcards, plenty of stuff that would be great for the 4th of July, obviously. Stuff for your kitchen area. There's something here for everyone. They seem to have a lot of Bush Cheney shirts. Look at all of these nutcrackers. Well, these aren't nutcrackers, these are just other memorabilia. But this guy definitely looks like he's ready to crack some nuts. Have a favorite president? They might have your favorite president's lapel pin here. That is one way to sport your support for someone from the past.
what was the one in Terminator?
You guys, that was pretty cool. Like you guys know, I'm not a big history buff. I'm not really good at remembering all my facts about the history, but That place was pretty neat. A lot of work's been put into it. And I definitely recommend you stop by and check it out if you're in the Claremont area, because it's really neat. And it's neat that somebody's taken all the time and effort to keep up all that memorabilia. It's not easy. And it actually looks pretty clean and such in there. So check it out. I think you'll find it was pretty neat also.